Bonjour mon petit chiffre, Amber here, and Happy New Year. Yes, this is how we're starting the first vlog of the year. Anywho, it's January 4th, and I have been meaning to film this clip for days. And haven't. So this is what you get. So we're starting the year by playing catch up. This month I've dedicated my entire TBR to reading sequels and catching up in some series. The first book that I am almost finished actually is Unravel the Dusk by Elizabeth Lynn, which is the sequel to Spin the Dawn. I'm really enjoying this so far. I have about 100 pages left and I'm nervous about where it's going. Other priority reads for the month are Reaper of Souls. I'm currently listening to the audiobook for Kingdom of Souls again to brush up before I go into it. I jumped into this book without revisiting and it took me a minute. I had to go and like reread the ending of Spin the Dawn. So I'm re-listening to Kingdom of Souls. I'm hoping to read The Damned by Renee Attia, which is the sequel to The Beautiful. I hope to finish Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. Maybe Witch Shadow. So I need to sit down. Should have combed my hair before I started this clip. Sure. I have finished my first read of 2022 with Unravel the Dusk. This was such a quick and easy read and I'm so thankful for that, honestly. This was a good way to start my reading year. I'm so glad. It's been like what, 2 years since I read Spin the Dawn. Maybe longer than that. I don't remember. And I've just been holding this book. When did this book come out? 2020. Okay. So I've been holding this book for like 2 years now also, so it must have been 3 years since Spin the Dawn came out. And I don't know why I was waiting so long. I just kept putting other things in front of it. But I'm finally finished this duology. I've enjoyed my time in this world. I'm still really gathering my thoughts about the book and like this as a conclusion. I think right now, I think this was a pretty solid conclusion for the story that we started in Spin the Dawn. I think Idan is adorable and I love him, and this was just an interesting arc for Maya, I'll say. I also, like I said, really appreciate how easy and quick and not super heavy. Like there's a lot of like dark things going on in the book. Obviously I'm not going to say too much because this is the sequel, so I don't want to spoil anything, but it's not super heavy. And I did cry a few times though, but that could just be this time of the month. Anyway, so now I'm moving on. I haven't read anything today. I'm probably just going to listen to my Kingdom of Souls audiobook, and then I'm probably going to move on to The Damned by Renee Attia. Maybe I'll continue my Dylan O'Brien binge. I've been binge watching everything Dylan O'Brien's been in. Please pretend to be shocked. He was in my dream the other night, and then I just woke up and just had an urge. So I rewatched not Gods and Monsters, that's Shelby Mahurin. I rewatched Love and Monsters, and then I watched Flashback. I have no idea what happened in that movie, but Dylan was great. And then I watched the episode of Amazing Stories he was in with Victoria Pedretti. No one told me that they worked together. Y'all are fake. And then I rewatched American Assassins. Action movies like that aren't really my thing, not to watch by myself. But Dylan was great. I don't know what's left to watch, like that I don't have to pay for. that I don't watch. I watch the Maze Runner movies all the time. I watch Teen Wolf all the time. I watch The Internship all the time. So we'll see. I don't know why I told you that, but yay! I want coffee, and I've only been putting off getting some because I felt like it defeated the whitening, teeth whitening process that I just did to immediately drink coffee afterwards. So it's been like an hour, so. Okay, hi. So remember how I said I was about to start reading The Damned? Well, I started reading The Damned. I got about 12 pages in and realized I don't remember enough about The Beautiful. It has been too long since I read The Beautiful. I tried. I don't have Audible. I have the app because I have books downloaded that I need to listen to, but I don't have like a membership, and I can't find the audiobook anywhere else, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I kind of struggled with the idea. I was going to push through and just try to scrape together my memory of the first book, but then I just picked up Gods and Monsters and decided to try this again. I am currently on page 218. Shelby just hurt me so bad, and I put the book down last night. I haven't picked it back up yet. It's about 6 o'clock at night. I don't know if I just feel so restless today. I can't really focus, so I'm probably honestly just gonna keep listening to Kingdom of Souls. But Shelby Mahurin, I'm so glad I picked this book back up. I'm so glad I waited and didn't force myself to continue reading it back when I started in October, I think. I am really enjoying it. I knew I would. I was so worried when I couldn't get into it back in October. I have been stressed for a lot of it. I've been thinking, okay, I got to a point, I was at the point like, okay, how long is this particular plot line going to carry out? And we're finally seeming to be at the end of that plot point. And of course we have to close that part in like the most hurtful fashion. I kind of wonder, it almost feels like Shelby wanted to do like a 4th book. And okay, what was I saying before my camera died? It's the next day. I'm still in the same shirt, but who cares? Oh, I was saying before my camera died, it's like multiple books in one. Like we have, or I guess a book told in multiple acts, because we have like one, it feels like the closing of one book and we're about to start another journey, I guess, to get to the conclusion. I didn't read any of this yesterday. I couldn't, I don't know why, but I did listen to a lot of Kingdom of Souls. So my plan for today is to read 100 pages of this. I want to go back and reread that last scene so I can continue in this emotional roller coaster pain fest. The dog. Shelby. Shelby.
The fact that even someone like that feels like a failure.
No. Nope.
That guy is so far.
Nope.
A failure is truly an inspiration.
Stop.
Listening Library presents The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. Read for you
I love
by
the way
Lauren
she says her
Essa.
name.
To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower.
Good evening? I don't know what time it is actually. Let's play catch up a little bit. It's been a few days since my last check-in. I think I was still reading Is that my hair? That is my hair. I was still reading Gods and Monsters and listening to the audiobook of, I am chapped, I'm so sorry, of Kingdom of Souls. And I have finished both Kingdom of Souls and Gods and Monsters. I actually finished them within hours of each other. So first and foremost, Kingdom of Souls was a reread, and I am so glad that I went ahead and listened to it before diving into Reaper of Souls. I know I definitely needed that brush up to go over and like revisit the story and the plot points, because there's some things that I forgot that happened that I think I would have needed to remember going into book 2. So that's great. And then I finished this. And first and foremost, I can't believe I am finished with this series. This feels like it's way too close to me. I can't believe I'm finished this trilogy. I, have been ride or die for this series since book 1. And this was such a roller coaster of emotions. It felt like a lot of books in one. I am so glad that I put it down back in October when I initially tried to read it, because if I had forced myself to go through it, I would have been absolutely miserable, and I'm glad I waited until I was ready for it. I can't really talk too much about the book itself because this is the 3rd book in the series and I'd be spoiling a lot of things, but let's just say I got a lot of closure on a particular plot point, and I feel like my favorite character was given the respect they deserve. And I really just can't believe I don't have another book coming out in the fall of this series. I don't know what Shelby's doing next, but let's get to it, sis. That being said, I am now reading Reaper of Souls. I'm on page like 270. I've been meaning to like pop in and be like, hey, I'm reading this book now, but I just haven't done it yet. I haven't been. Okay, several reasons. One, I just haven't felt like it. There were a few days where I thought maybe Coco had gotten me. How? Don't know, because I haven't left the house. But I'm fine. So I just haven't felt well, like mentally or physically. And also, this is so ghetto. My camera, I don't know if I've talked about this. I'm currently holding the back bit, the part that flips up. I have to hold that together so I can see myself, because that part has broken off, and I think like the screws popped out, both of them somehow, probably when I dropped my camera. I'm a mess. So I have to, I'm hoping that like one of those little glasses repair kits, the screws will be small enough to go to replace the ones that have fallen out. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've just been like a mess lately, all over the place. Also, I've realized I haven't posted on Bookstagram since the first day of the month. Part of that is because I've been waiting for snow to execute a vision that I have, and it's just not happening for me. And usually I'd be okay with that because the snow is a disaster. I don't know, I'm not feeling very creative. Back to my point. I'm over halfway done this book. I have maybe like, I'm on, like I said, on page 270. I'm in part 4 of the book. Just started part 4. And I don't know. I just came off of the reread of Kingdom of Souls. I don't remember when I physically read the book. I don't remember book 1 moving this slow. I could be wrong. I don't remember talking about it moving this slow. I mean, there are things happening, but it just feels like I'm dragging through this story, and I don't know, there's just something, I don't know. Also, not spoiling anything, I know Rena's not making me love this character. That's beyond disrespectful, honestly. Also, Little Miss Ara's milkshake is having all the boys come to the yard, and I'm like, what's going on here? Okay. I don't have much else to say, because I don't have any real strong opinions about this book at the moment, aside from what I've just said. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird because, like, when I always talk about how Kingdom of Souls is one of my favorite books. I loved that book so much. That book shook me. And I was expecting the same from this book. But I don't know. As always, maybe it's just me. Maybe this was one I should have put down and not forced myself through. I'm not enjoying my time. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying the story. I'm curious about what's about to happen, because things are really starting to pick up and the stakes are getting higher. I don't know. I haven't been shaken or stirred yet. Hello. So it's once again been a couple days since my last pop-in. I finished reading the audiobook of The Beautiful. Nothing's really changed. Love being back in that world. I also finished reading I'm just happy for you. Finished reading Reaper of Souls. God, I couldn't remember the name. And book 1, Kingdom of Souls, is one of my favorite books. I have raved about this book, right? So I had very high expectations going into Reaper of Souls, and what is going on? Sorry. And I shouldn't have. The book, I won't say it's bad. It's not bad at all. It's just, I'll say I think it has a case of the sequels, which as a writer myself is a fear of mine. It's very chaotic. The book is very chaotic. There's so much happening at one time. It's like a 400-page book, and I'm like, there's too much going on right now. There's too much going on. There's too much going on, to the point where, like, there's so much constantly going on that it lessens the emotional value. Does that make sense? Things are happening, people get harmed, and then I feel nothing about it, you know? It happens so fast, and so it's kind of like very throwaway almost. It's like, okay, and we move. And then, like, there's so much to keep track of. I just read the book. Book 3 comes out in like a couple months, and I feel like I'm going to have to reread it because I'm not going to know what's going on. I'm not going to remember what happened going into book 3. That being said, I am still really hyped for book 3 because I am hoping that it comes back together. It is weaved in and things make sense, and I still really want to know what happened. Like, I was just thinking about when I read Three Dark Crowns. I was kind of, you know, neither here nor there for the first book. Was it the second book or the third book that I hated? But by the time I got to the conclusion, I was like, okay, I'm invested, you know? So I'm hoping things come back around. All that being said, I've now moved on to The Damned. Finally. It's taken me way too long to pick up this book. I'm on page 120 right now. Celine has finally popped up, and I was like, finally. I know this is Sebastian's book, Sebastian's arc, but I'm like, I missed my girl. Like, what's going on? But once again, like I said, I'm enjoying being back in this world. This one's definitely more obviously vampire-y than book 1. A lot of people complain about, this is a vampire book, but there are no vampires. I'm like, y'all can't read, clearly. I have no reading comprehension, but this one's definitely like in your face. Supernatural creatures. Great. Yeah, this is my 7th book of the month. Who am I? What? And it's what, the 21st, the 19th, the 21st. So I can finish this and still have time for one more book, because I want to read Crooked Kingdom this month. Wish me luck. Hello, good afternoon. Today is the 23rd, thank you, of October. Not where did October come from? January. It's January. So I have a few things to do. I have to finish The Damned. I have less than 100 pages left. One thing that's really interesting about this, I realized, I don't think this occurred in book one. I'm pretty sure in book one it was just Celine's POV, except for like our big bad the interludes with the villain. Sebastian's chapters are the only ones written in first person POV. I think that's really interesting. I know this is his story, so that's a way to like remind us this is his story arc. Anyway, I have less than 100 pages left of this. I'm excited that I am close to being done, which means I still have time to work in Crooked Kingdom this month. Speaking of the Grishaverse, I finally poured new candles for the first time in months. These were supposed to drop in the fall. We don't have to talk about it. My Sanct Milo candles are finally here. I love these labels. They are available now on etsy.com/shop/DÉLIRE. And they smell really warm and cozy. Would you say warm and cozy? Yeah. And because I couldn't very well have a candle that smells like a goat, so I wanted it to feel cozy, like you're cuddling a goat. What was the other thing? I just have to clean my brushes, makeup brushes today. Great. Also, this weekend is DVCon, so I have like one more panel that I want to watch for that in a few minutes. We don't talk about Bruno, no. I left my coffee. My Wawa cup. Oh, you can't see it. Focus. Focus on me. Let's go. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so excited. So, last night I finished reading The Damned. That is what the book is called, yes. And I really enjoyed it. Kind of like the stepping stone bridge to like the turning point of the story. I love that we dive further into the Coeur de Lion and this supernatural world with all these magical creatures. I love that there are more creatures, more I guess folk creatures to explore going forward in the series. I love that like we are going through different worlds. We are headed towards a big battle. I'm really curious to know where we go in the Righteous. I need to get a copy immediately. I only have the Fairy Loot copy and I don't want to read those. Those are just for display purposes, because now that, like I said, the story is sort of pivoted a bit and the focus has shifted somewhat. I desperately need to know where we're going from here and how this continues to escalate, especially with the revelations and the ending from the last book. So I need to get the Righteous. When does The Ruined come out in 2022? The final book? I don't know. I gotta catch up. Anyway, so really enjoyed that book. Really enjoyed the way this story is being woven. I kind of really like that how different it is from book one. It kind of feels like, while it's the same story, the same outcome, Renee really wanted to differentiate between Celine and Sebastian. And now that like the whole world, the Court of Lions, has been opened in book one, the whole structure has to change. Anyway, moving forward, today's the 24th. Like I said, I have about a week, a little over a week, and I have decided I am going to go for it, and I am going to start Crooked Kingdom. And I already know that this book is going to eviscerate my spirit, my soul. I'm already prepared to be wrecked by this book. It's perfect timing because last week now we finally got season 2 casting for Shadow and Bone the show. Our crows are complete. We finally got the casting news for Wylan, as well as the twins, Toya and Tamar, from Shadow and Bone, and Nikolai. King. So it's definitely time, the perfect time to dive back into the Grishaverse. I've poured, I don't know if I showed, I did show, you saw my Sanct Milo candles, which I'll probably burn mine the whole time I'm reading this book. I think I'm going to try to convince my mom to watch the show with me and do a rewatch of Shadow and Bone. But I'm just really excited. I am nervous, I'm terrified. It's a chunky book. I'm also kind of nervous because I get my booster shot tomorrow afternoon, which is part of the reason why I want to start it now, because I want to get some reading done before this booster puts me in my butt, which I know it will because the first two were awful. I got some brand new tabbies. I'm going to try these new tabs out. I feel like having this variety of color is going to make my mom's packing candles, if you can hear that in the background. I'm excited to have this variety of tabs, and this pack came with like, I have like 3 of these strips of like 600 tabs or something, which is going to make it easier because if you pay attention to my tabbies, I usually use like the post-it ones, and I do like those, but I feel like I have to restock them more frequently. I feel like this is the right book to test the tabbies out. If I'm talking really fast and I seem really shaky, it's because like 2 things. One, I don't know which one of these is going up first. I'm also continuing to film my spoilery Six of Crows duology vlog, and when I was filming the clip for that, I don't know what just happened in this closet next to me, but like the door jolted at me. You can hear it in that video. So my heart is in my throat, and then mix that with the fact that that cup that I'm sipping from is filled to the tippy top with coffee. Woo! I don't remember what I was about to say, but pray for me. Love a map. Okay, Paramore. It's been a few days, I think, since you've seen my face. The last time I talked to the camera was the day no. Did I speak to you the day we went to get our boosters, or was it? Doesn't matter. We've been boosted. Yay, wow. And it's still beating me out. I'm still going through it. I feel awful. I feel so ill. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm finally on page, oh, that's so close. Was that always that close to my face? I'm finally on page 160 of Crooked Kingdom. It took me 2 days to get to page 60. I was just struggling, but yesterday I was finally able to read 100 pages. I feel like I might be getting back in the swing of things. I'd like to finish before the end of the month, and the month is over in like 4 days. We'll see. Not the crows outside yelling when I'm talking about the crows. Hello friends, good afternoon. I'm winded. Yes, I'm in my Edmund outfit again, which is why I'm winded. Did I just risk life and limb, risk frostbite, and trigger an asthma attack just for some Narnia cosplay? I did, but I was cute, so, and I got what I needed. So by now you should have already seen on Bookstagram and on TikTok. If not, go check them out. The links to both accounts are always below. I need to lay down, but I sometimes will sacrifice to capture the rare moments where I look presentable throughout the day, throughout the month. So For Narnia and for Aslan, am I right? I would come for you, he said. And when he saw the wary look she shot him, he said it again. I would come for you, and if I couldn't walk, I'd crawl to you. And no matter how broken we were, we'd fight our way out together, knives drawn, pistols blazing, because that's what we do. We never stop fighting. I'm unwell. Okay.
That's valuable information, and you're the lucky beneficiary.
Oh no.
She isn't exhorted.
Wow, okay. Oh, that's not even my face. I gotta put the book down for a minute. Like, for the love of God, can I just have peace? And Edge and Nina are the most important relationship in this whole series. I'm done. I'm done. Hello? Well, it's February. It's February 2nd, and I did not close out this vlog yet. So this was a month. This was a reading month. I read 8 books this month. Who is she? I don't know if I can keep up that momentum for February, let alone the rest of the year. But here's hoping. I have quite a stack that I'm going to try to work through for February. I, in the future, probably will do another vlog attacking sequels and completing series. I'm so glad to finally have completed the, what is it, the Blood of the Stars duology, Spin the Dawn and Unravel the Dusk. I finally read The Damned, and I'm so excited to go into The Righteous. I am, what else did I read? Finally caught up with Kingdom of Souls, and while Reaper of Souls, I don't know about, I am excited that I'm prepared for when Master of Souls comes out. I can't believe I let a book destroy me again the way Crooked Kingdom did. But I am finished with that duology finally, and we'll eventually move on to the Nikolai duology. Anyway, thank you for watching all of this. I'm tired. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All my places down here so you can follow me, and I'll follow you back, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.